Hello, and welcome to the channel. Is this the beginning of a powerful new political alliance in Nigeria, or just another political gamble? Because what Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso and Peter Obi are about to do next could completely reshape the political landscape. And most people haven't even seen it coming. If you're new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss any important updates. Now, let's get straight into the story. Former Kano State Governor Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso is reportedly set to defect from the African Democratic Congress, also known as ADC, to a new political platform, the Nigeria Democratic Congress (NDC), as early as next week. And this is not just speculation or political rumor. According to insiders within the Kwankwasia movement, this decision came after extensive consultations and a unanimous agreement by key stakeholders across Kano State. We are talking about representatives from all 44 local government areas gathering at Kwankwaso's residence, carefully weighing their options and ultimately speaking with one voice. That level of unity is not something you see every day in politics. It sends a clear message that this move is strategic, calculated, and backed by strong grassroots support. Now, the spokesperson of the movement revealed that discussions with the NDC are already about 90% complete, with only minor details left to finalize. In other words, this defection is practically a done deal. But here's where things get even more interesting. Kwankwaso might not be making this move alone. Reports suggest that Peter Obi, the 2023 presidential candidate of the Labour Party, could also be joining the NDC at around the same time, possibly within days. If that actually happens, it could signal the emergence of a powerful political alliance that may significantly influence future elections in Nigeria. Now, let's take a step back and ask the obvious question. Why are they leaving the ADC in the first place? The answer lies in the ongoing crisis within the party. Recently, the Supreme Court intervened in a leadership dispute within the ADC. However, instead of resolving the issue, the court sent the case back to the Federal High Court for further determination. What this means is simple. The conflict has been prolonged, not settled. And that creates uncertainty. There are still multiple legal cases pending, and there is a strong possibility of further appeals. For politicians trying to plan ahead and build momentum, this kind of instability is a serious problem. One insider even described staying in the ADC at this stage as waiting endlessly for something that may never happen. That tells you just how frustrated some members have become. But the legal crisis is not the only issue. Time is also a critical factor. Political parties are currently racing against deadlines set by the Independent National Electoral Commission, especially when it comes to submitting membership registers and organizing party structures. Any delay at this stage could have major consequences. And for a political movement trying to stay competitive, waiting too long is simply not an option. Now, before finally choosing the NDC, the movement reportedly considered another political platform, the People's Redemption Party. However, after careful evaluation, stakeholders decided that the NDC offered a more stable and less complicated environment. In other words, they were looking for a platform without internal chaos, a place where they could focus on strategy instead of conflict. Let's now shift focus to Peter Obi. Since the opposition leaders summit held in Ibadan, he has noticeably distanced himself from activities within the ADC. Reports suggest that he was not pleased with how certain critical issues were handled during that meeting. One of those issues is zoning, the idea of rotating political power among different regions to ensure fairness and balance. For Obi, zoning is not just a political talking point, it is a fundamental principle. He believes that ignoring zoning can weaken trust within a political coalition and create unnecessary tension among stakeholders. and this disagreement appears to have contributed to his growing distance from the party. Interestingly, earlier this year, supporters of both Obi and Kwankwaso launched what is known as the OK movement. The goal of this movement is to mobilize support for a joint presidential ticket featuring both leaders. And according to reports, both Obi and Kwankwaso gave their approval to the idea. That alone suggests that conversations about collaboration have been ongoing behind the scenes for some time now. So when you connect all the dots, the leadership crisis in the ADC, the unresolved court cases, the pressure of INEC deadlines, internal disagreements over zoning, and the growing interest in strategic alliances, it becomes much clearer why this decision is happening at this moment. This is not just a random defection. It is a calculated political move. But now, the biggest question remains: will this move actually strengthen the opposition in Nigeria? And if Peter Obi and Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso eventually run on the same platform, can that alliance truly challenge the existing political structure? That is the question many Nigerians will be asking in the coming days. And as events unfold, the answers will become clearer. So, what do you think? Is this a smart political strategy or a risky gamble that could backfire? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I'd really like to hear your perspective. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more in-depth political analysis and updates. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.